Hey guys, what's up? My name is Crystal and I'd like to share. So, I woke up this morning, early this morning, and I had this question on my mind. And the question is, what is a Christian? And I think about this a lot. It's just, because I'm a spiritual woman, I'm not religious at all. I'm also not a Christian. I've spoken about this in another video, but I'm not a Christian. But I am a spiritual woman and I do believe in God. And spirituality is something that is very important to me. And as a Black American, the majority of Black Americans identify as Christian. I think it's somewhere around 80%, somewhere in that range. But yeah, so you run into Christians more so than not, right? And this video is certainly not an attack upon Christians, but I find myself wondering what exactly is a Christian, because in my honest opinion, I do not believe that most people are Christians. Believe, I don't believe this at all. And I'm speaking about Black Americans. What I think is really going on here is that people are just adopting into belief systems which were passed down to us from our ancestors and previous generations. And no one has really taken the time to even research if these belief systems are anything that truly resonate with them within their spirit, right? And the reason why I say this is because I do not see the true love of Jesus Christ as I understand it coming out of protruding from the people who claim to be quote unquote Christians. I don't see it at all. What I see in many instances is a group of people who move the goalposts wherever they want to, mold to whatever they want it to be, or mold it to however they want to live their lives. It's not really that they're trying to live these quote unquote Christian lives, whatever that is. They're just moving the goalposts wherever they want it to be. And everything is a blessing as long as you can secure the bag, no matter how you got that bag. Um, and again, the goalposts, it's just always being moved. So that's why I asked the question, what is a Christian, right? And the biggest problem is that what happens is because you have so many of these type people who are in the body of Christ grandstanding. That's what I like to call it. They're grandstanding, um, for whatever reason, they're identifying into this religious group that it doesn't really truly resonate within their heart and their lives, but they're still within the body of Christ grandstanding for whatever reason, right? So what happens is that instead of creating more people within the body of Christ who truly have the heart of Jesus Christ, what happens is that more hypocrites are made, more hypocrites are born, more people who are just going to grandstand instead of actually have the love of Jesus Christ are actually created. And this is why we have so many people that talk about church hurt. This is why we have so many people who talk about spiritual abuse, because they're running into more people who are hypocrites. They're running into more people who are just grandstanding within the body of Christ versus people who actually have the true love of Jesus Christ within their heart. So that's why we hear so many people talking about being hurt by people in the church. I've been hurt by people in the church, and I'm not talking about on like a relationship level or any type of like abuse level, but just on a mere integrity level, just mere interactions, day-to-day interactions. Sometimes dealing with these people is an absolute horror show. So that's why I pose this question, because I've kind of come to a point in my life where do I meet you at? Who are you? Like, who are you? You know, because what happens is that these people tend to lead with Christianity as a defining attribute of their personality, but it is not, because they don't have the true love of Jesus Christ within their heart. So for me, now I'm at a point where it's like, well, where do I meet you at? Because you don't have, this is not a defining attribute of your character. So do you have, what else do you have to fall back on? Do you have strong morals? Do you have strong values? Do you have integrity? What is it? So what exactly is being a Christian, right? What exactly is it? So for me, I feel like these people should actually denounce the gospels of Jesus Christ. And a lot of people may say, well, Crystal, no, you're doing too much. Why would you say something like that? Well, no, actually, I'm not doing too much. I'm being honest and I'm being truthful. Instead of being a hypocrite and making a mockery of the God that you say that you love, I'm not a Christian, right? You said that you're a Christian. Instead of making a mockery of the God that you say that you love, it's better that you say that you're not a Christian at all, instead of making a mockery of him, because this is what these people do. The very Bible that they read from tells them that it's you hypocrites that shame my son's name. It's not people like me. I don't identify as a Christian, but yet I'm offended on behalf of the God that they say that they serve. Like, I'm offended. Like, I'm being like honest. Like, I'm honestly like offended that these people show up and represent him the way they do, because it is the hypocrisy of it all. So for me, it's better that, I feel that it's better that they actually denounce the gospels and actually take the time to research and find out what it is that actually resonates with them, instead of parading around in this manner. Now, let me say this. I am not sitting here to cherry pick people's lives as far as how they live and to just like critique them. That's not what I'm doing. I think I'm a flawed individual. I think that there's something different between being a flawed individual, but yet still being someone who strives to live a moral life. That's me. I'm a flawed individual, but yet I still strive to live a moral life. That's one thing. It's totally different when you're just a hypocrite and you are someone who's not even trying to live anything remotely resemblant to a moral life. You're just out here doing whatever that you want to do. But whenever it's time to grandstand, then you want to grandstand and portray yourself as something that you're not. Being a flawed individual, but yet trying as something different, completely different from just being a hypocrite. So, yeah, you know, what is a Christian? Like, what exactly is it? You know, again, I do not see the true love of Jesus Christ coming out of a lot of these people who claim to be Christians. I see everything but that. I see people moving the goalposts wherever they want it to be. I see people living however they want to live. And again, I'm not here to cherry pick people's lives or to pass judgment upon them, because I'm a flawed individual. But I feel like if you're going to be out here proclaiming to be a Christian, then people should see that blueprint in your life. There should be a marker on you. There should be something in your life, no matter who you are, because we're all different, right? We all live our lives differently. But if this is who you are, there should be something that identifies you, so that when people look at you, they say, yes, this is a true servant of Jesus Christ. This is a follower of the Gospels. And in many instances, I don't see it. I just see people identifying into a belief system a religion that they truly don't, it's not a part of their life. It's just something that was passed down. And I say that because this is really what's going on. People are just adopting belief systems that were passed on to them, and they have never really taken the time to say, "Hey, let me research and figure out what really what do I really identify with as far as my soul and my salvation." Maybe you're not a Christian, maybe you're a Muslim, maybe you don't believe in anything at all. Maybe you're agnostic. Maybe, it could be anything, but at least take that time to research and figure out what it is that truly resonates with you. But to just be out here grandstanding, to be out here parading around with the big C on your chest, right? That stands for Christianity. I just think that it's gotten to a point where it's just blatant blasphemy at this point. And on the behalf of the God that many of these people say that they worship, I'm offended. And I'm not even a Christian. Like, just really think about the power in what I said. I'm not a Christian, but yet I'm offended on behalf of the God that these people say that they love and that they follow and that they worship. So, yeah, that's where I was at this morning. And I'm usually always there thinking on this level, like, what exactly is this? Right? So, with that, guys, get in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about my commentary. What is a Christian to you? What does that mean? And again, this isn't an attack on Christians, but it's just an honest question. It's a thoughtful conversation. So get in the comment section, let me know, and I'll see you again in the next video.